I'm Liz Frazer. I'm a Community Resilience Coordinator with Victoria State Emergency Service, or
Okay.
VSCS. Yeah.
So based in Melbourne, but with a regional role?
So I'm based in Benalla in North Victoria, and I work around the Goulburn and Broken River catchments.
Oh, nice.
Includes places like Seymour, Benalla, Shepparton, and lots of others.
Okay, and like they, 2022, it was in the heat of the action, I suspect.
Yeah, absolutely. So it had some pretty intense impacts in the community in lots of the catchment. And during the FMA conference this year, we were talking quite a bit about Shepparton and Mooroopna and the impacts in those cities. Yeah.
So the sort of role that you do is to do what?
Right. So as a community resilience coordinator, my role is to lead and train and coach our SES volunteers in preparing the communities for emergencies.
Okay.
So there's lots of different aspects to that.
Yeah,
I also have a role in operations in disseminating public information and warnings in an incident control centre.
Okay.
So there's a before as well as a during.
But a before leading up to an event, so you know an event's about to happen.
Or just year round. So
Okay.
currently I'm working with the Greater Shepparton City Council and Ethnic Council in Shepparton, and sometimes the Catchment Management Authority, about preparing high-risk communities for floods anytime. So the best time we find to get people, ready for something is before it happens. When it happens, we haven't got the time, the resources, and people haven't got the psychological capacity to get ready.
So the skills that you need to do your job, what do you reckon? What would be one or two critical ones you think that help you?
Yeah, so something we spend a lot of time trying to work through is taking technical information about flood risk. Technical information about storm events, about emergency preparedness and warning systems, and turning that into something that the community can understand.
So you're a translator. I'd love
like a text translator. Yeah. Oh, you need a bit of paper.
So anyway, you're doing that translating.
That's the first big one. The second big one is trying to get people to take some kind of action. So the motivational part of the conversation that we have is not just, hey, did you know it floods here? It's, what would it be like for you if there was a flood event? And asking people to actually put themselves in that situation. And then they decide what they might need to do to be safe instead of us lecturing them. So it's all about community.
This is the behavioural change stuff that you're doing.
Exactly, yeah.
So tell me again, that was what you try and, how did you frame that? You said you explain what's maybe needed and they figure out how to do it? But...
Well, we ask them what might be needed. So we come from a place of curiosity to start with. People may be completely unaware they have a risk, for instance. So that might be the opener to the conversation, but really what we're asking is, what would it be like for you if there was a flood that impacted your town, your home, your school, and what might keep you safe, or what would you need? So we might have lots of these answers. We don't always. Sometimes people teach us things, but what we're asking is for those people to think about it themselves and put it really in a personal context.
That's great. And tell us, to finish off, what do you like about your role?
I like the people.
What, sorry?
The people. So whether it's SES volunteers that are out there doing amazing things in their community, or community members sharing some quite vulnerable things with us, that's the really enjoyable part. That it's the engagement with people and having a bit of an impact on them, and them having an impact on us as well, and being able to see that a difference has been made in the work that you've done, whether it's very small scale or very wide scale in a real emergency. Puts a lot of meaning in the work.